Welcome to the Type 1 Lifting Podcast. Now enjoy the show. All right, guys, I want to tell you a little bit about Type 1 Lifting. So Type 1 Lifting is a clothing brand that proceeds of the shirts, the hats, and everything else go to the Children's Diabetes Foundation. This whole t-shirt company started from me taking care of a 5-year-old girl from the emergency department at the Children's Hospital I worked at in Atlanta for a while back. I thought I needed to do a little bit more than kind of just talk about my story. So this is how I started the clothing line, because I wanted to show people that even though diabetics have this really bad disease, we can still do amazing things in our life, and diabetes won't stop us reaching our goals. So go check out type1lifting.com. And, if you have any questions, you can always reach me out on Instagram. It's Type 1 Lifting, and hope you guys enjoy the show. Hey guys, we have a new sponsor for the Type 1 Lifting podcast. The company's called Liberté Lifestyle. So Liberté is a French word meaning freedom, and the company was founded on the desire to have freedom to choose what we want to do with our lives. I actually had the owner, Nicole, on my podcast on episode 28, so if you want to go back and listen to her, she talks about how she started the company and what she wants to do in the future with the company, which is pretty cool. So they actually have knee sleeves, wrist wraps, shirts, shorts. Love the knee sleeves. I have the ice cream knee sleeves, and I love them so much. The neoprene's still good. The seams haven't split compared to other knee sleeves that I have had in the past, and I'm planning to keep these for a very, very long time. So Nicole actually gave me a promo code for you guys too. So it's all capital letters, TYPE, and the number 1. So it's Type 1. So go to libertelifestyle.com, check out what they have in the store, use the promo code Type 1, and save some coin. Now let's go to the episode. So I do want to talk about quarterfinals with you, because I know you signed up for it. I believe you were 82nd in the semifinals.
So
the Open, right?
Yeah. So I was 82nd there, and floored about that.
Yeah. Now I was impressed. And then you actually weren't planning to do the quarterfinals because you were going team. And so what made you decide to do quarterfinals?
So I woke up Thursday morning and I received like a bunch of just messages on all of like the YouTube workout leaks. So I was like, this is bogus. Like, I don't know where people are getting these. And I just had to see it for myself. Once I saw that it was true, I was like, these workouts are actually kind of fun and kind of good for me, other than the strength, which with that, I thought at least the clean could be buffered by my bench and my overhead squat. So I gave CrossFit $50 right then and there, Thursday morning.
And I know your coach was just like not a big fan of you doing it. So obviously he let you do it anyway. So did it actually tax you a little bit more than usual for these workouts?
Not really. This was kind of in my programming. Like in my block, I had individual quarterfinals, so he had to make workouts for me anyway. So once I said, hey, can I just give the workouts a shot? I think he just thought that I would just do them for fun on my own without like any stress whatsoever. And then I just like started texting people doing individual quarterfinals at my gym, being like, when are you going to the gym? Can I work out with you? And just like got everything together. So, by the time like 3:00 Eastern Standard Time happened, pretty much we started with workout 4. So we had everything set up, ready to go.
Okay, cool. So workout 4, so how did you strategize through the whole process?
So I knew that I wanted to do the strength first. And just to get out of the way, I knew that was going to be my worst workout. And I just wanted to put my best foot forward. So, and kind of just like get the most stressful event out of the way, in my opinion. So I could just go and work out and have fun with the rest of them. So I just had a game plan. My cleans weren't feeling that good warming up. I ended up just like warming up to like 187 and just starting right there. And just seeing how it went. And I was just going to go like 10 minutes per lift. And I hit 217 on the clean. Pretty stoked about that. I
Heck
tried.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's only like 8 pounds off my PR, so I can't complain about that. The bench, at least like I got like a 2 pound PR at 187. I went for 192. I feel like 200 is in the tank, but just my left arm did not want to cooperate whatsoever. I was my right arm would go up and then my left arm would just struggle. And then I would just be looking at my spotter like, why can't I do this? Um, and then that just left me for the overhead squat. I had another 2 pound PR at 227 and stoked about that. I mean, I like tried 232 with like 45 seconds left. I actually didn't have like anybody to help me um with like cleaning up my bar, putting it back in. So I also had to like drop 227 quickly, get rid of all my like all the weights, clean it back up. But it was fun.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. If I had to do the quarterfinals, that workout would probably be my bread and butter. So I love
No.
overhead squatting. Bench, I haven't done it that much, but even clean, I love doing cleans. But I know CrossFit's actually had some issues with posting people's workouts and their hips are coming off the ground, so off the bench. So what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, rules are rules, and people know that CrossFit, they want your butt on the bench. And if you obviously see it rise up, you can't count it. Like I don't it's like I get why people like CrossFit doesn't want like the arch powerlifting position. They want to like show strength. So I think having like that position is like it's not from that point. It's like you're showing someone's strength, not just that little like technique thing.
Mm-hmm.
So um it's been weird like seeing like who's getting dinged, who's not. Um and I don't know if it's more like the CrossFit media side of things since they are kind of like outsourcing. Maybe that they just don't know that those reps or what's being posted like aren't good reps, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what's been going on. Um, but there's that question being like, why are some people skirting by, and then you have these other athletes that are like losing out on semifinals or just going down the leaderboard when like I didn't think their reps were that bad compared to some that are going by.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. They should have, I believe they should have like some standard of judges that actually get paid for it. So I know there's one YouTube channel, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but like Andrew Hiller, he actually had this like numbers of to pay people to judge all these workouts. And it was for like, if you like 36 hours or something like that. And then, of watching videos for, 20 people, they get paid this amount and they should know the guidelines like verbatim pretty much. And I agree. I think some of these judges should get paid. And I don't know if the CrossFit team, the judges team and for CrossFit actually do get paid to watch these videos. But if they don't, I really do think they should. Because, watching videos and like the same movement every single time can be very, very boring.
Right.
And
And
so,
no, like I really do agree that the people that are dedicating their time to like actually watch these videos, like they should I believe they like should be at least like an L2 or L3 coach and paid for their time to watch these videos.
mhm.
And like to be honest, like I even heard like from like some athletes that like CrossFit, if you don't like submit your videos, they don't even ask for all of them too. So like even like that part of things where like okay, like CrossFit, like I don't know, like you need to pay, but at the same time, like you need like I think judges should be rewarded for what they do. And then at the same time, I'm like, okay, well you can't like I don't know. There's just like a lot of things going on that I think will be worked out over time,
Yeah.
but it's just kind of frustrating right now.
Yep. No, I can imagine. I can definitely imagine. So, after you did workout 4, what was the next workout that you did?
So the next workout I did was workout 2. So that
Okay.
was the pistol GHD ring muscle up one.
Okay. And what was the reason why you did that one?
I knew that if I like waited for the particularly the ring muscle ups over the weekend, I just knew that fatigue would set in. So I just wanted to attack that next. I knew like the pistol and the GHD volume wasn't that much in
Hmm.
comparison to at least last year. So I said, why not give it a go? Um, so that was the reason why I did it second. And my plan was just cruise through the pistols and the GHDs. So that way I would just jump straight up to the rings and hit the 10 unbroken. And I pretty much went to plan until like the last set. I went 7-3. But like other than that, like that was my only, execution error. So I'll take it.
Okay. Hey, I mean, going unbroken for 2 rounds for 10 ring muscle ups after you doing all that volume, it's definitely, I don't know, that's definitely taxing because I know I can't do 10 ring muscle ups in a row, so that's impossible.
No, I was like pretty floored after my second set. I mean, it was hard. Like my last one, I was like, oh man, like I barely locked that out. So going into the last round, I was like, I probably will have to break it up. So I'm glad I hit the 7-3 or I didn't like implode because I think like a lot of athletes probably like maybe went out too hot and then just ended up like dying on that last set.
Yeah. Do you think people would go too hot on the pistols or the GHDs?
Um, in my opinion, I mean, I think a lot of people saw those two movements as like, oh, that's where I need to catch up, or just like, put the like pedal to the metal kind of thing, and then manage the ring muscle ups if that was their weakness. And like in that workout, ring muscle ups were my weakness, but I knew if I just took off the throttle on the other two movements and just allowed myself to breathe, and like I held a piece of chalk the entire time. That way I didn't have to like go reach down, go get chalk, anything like that. I could just
Yep.
like easily walk from my GHD to the rings and jump up. Whereas I think the people who thought they needed to bank time ended up just crashing and burning because like their heart rate was through the roof and they just overtaxed muscles that you need it for the muscle ups.
Hmm. So did you wear lifters throughout the whole time of that workout?
No, I live in my Versa lifts, so they're tucked in my shoes and went to town.
Nice, nice. And so what was your time on that workout?
It was 8:59.
Dang, that's quick. That was a 15-minute time cap too. That's awesome.
Yeah. No, I was floored. I mean, that was technically like e-mommy and everything. So I don't like I'm floored with people who went, like the low sevens. I can't even imagine doing that.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. So what was the next workout after that?
So my last workout I did that day was workout one. So the handstand push-up lunge one.
Okay.
And man, I was so pumped for that. I thought that was going to be my favorite workout of the weekend. And I just imploded like I think a lot of people did as well, on literally the last two movements, the
Yeah.
overhead walking lunge and the strict handstand push-up. I love handstand push-ups and I love lunges and particularly overhead walking lunges with the dumbbells. So I like went full force through like the first two sections of it. And then when I picked up the dumbbells overhead, first of all, I didn't read the standards and didn't realize like you couldn't put like the dumbbells together over your head, like touching them.
Yeah.
I mean, but good thing I was already smoked at that point because I couldn't do that whatsoever because my shoulders were gone.
Yeah.
So I was saved, but I had to drop the dumbbells twice and then I failed my eighth strict handstand push up. And that was not fun. And I immediately texted my coach, Austin, and was so mad. And he was wondering like why I was mad because he didn't think I signed up. And he's like, why are you so mad? You beat me in it. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I don't want this to define me because these are good movements for me. But it was a really fun one. And now I know that like maybe my shoulder endurance does need some work.
Hmm. Yeah. So like, what do you think? More like handstand push up volume or overhead stuff?
I definitely think I need to work on a little bit of mobility. Like I think my shoulders are good, but um there's like some like little like I think little things that I can work on. And
Mhm.
then definitely strict handstand push-up volume in the sense of going for fast reps. I love resting at the top of a handstand push-up. So and rather than kick down and kick back up. It's kind of like a wall ball. Like when you drop the wall ball, like I just don't want to do another wall ball. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
that feels the same way with handstand push-ups. But I just need to get in the habit of maybe just doing like a quick set of 5, coming back down, going right back up. And so those two things, mobility and then some just different technique things on the
Mhm.
handstand push-ups.
Yeah, and I know in the Misfit program they were doing a lot of like overhead lunging. It's for except for like it's like single armed over like walking lunges. So I mean, maybe we could implement it more in the Misfit program or not. I don't know. Drew, are you hearing me? So
No, I remember like we did some like double like overhead walking lunges, but I
Mhm.
think like with CrossFit's new standard for them, I think that needs to be worked because if you can get them super stacked and kind of like resting on top of each other over you, like the shoulder burn isn't as much. So, but with the dumbbells now being apart and I mean, it's all shoulder stability at that point.
Mhm.
Maybe like training that standard more.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that was the end of day one. So day two. So what was the workout for that you did started on day two?
Day two, I did team training only.
Okay.
So my Friday, since I had workouts one and two in, I mean, I was fine with submission deadlines. And yeah, so I ended up doing a couple worm workouts and just like just I don't know, I think it was the class strength we did. So that's actually how my Friday went.
So
And
were you pretty fatigued after day one? Like
um
what was burning you the most?
man, my quads were pretty sore. Oh, and my butt. Oh my gosh, those lunges did get me a ton.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, quads like throughout the weekend got worse, but yeah, no, my glutes were on fire, and I was kind of concerned. I knew that I was gonna be okay, but yeah, no, I was wrecked more than I thought I would. But that's what intensity brings. Like, like I mean, granted, it was 120 lunges, but I don't know. Like I think just like that next level intensity just brings on a level of soreness you're not prepared for.
Yes. No, I agree. That was like me on was it 19-2, the rowing and wall ball workout?
Oh yeah.
I went absolute ham on that because I the two wheelhouse workouts as being 6'6", so I was like, okay, let's go. And so I went pretty far, and then like the next morning, I was like, so my quads were so sore that like I was holding my son and looking down the stairs, and I'm like, I don't even know how I'm gonna make it down the stairs. So like my son and I were just like sitting on our butts, just scooching down the stairs because like I couldn't walk.
No, you gotta do what you gotta do. I think sometimes like the people in my apartment complex, they probably just like see me like either staring like down the stairs or like staring up and being like, why is this like fit girl like concerned about uh like going up the stairs? And sometimes I just need to like pray to God real quick.
Yep, yep. No, I hear you. I hear you. I've been the same way multiple times, multiple times. So so day three for you. What was the
Yeah.
workout? What was the workout that you did?
So day three, I actually had to do this before team training again, but I did the rope climb one. So the wall ball shuttle run rope climb
Okay.
workout.
Yep. Yeah. So obviously, there's been a lot of talk about the shuttle runs and how the time's coming in and people not doing the shuttle runs. Like on in your point of view, what was the reason why these guys were not getting the amount of shuttle runs they were supposed to?
I think I mean it's just not looking at the standards again, kind of like bringing your butt off the bench kind of thing. So, if you didn't read that one rep was like two times 25 feet, I
Hmm.
get how people can miss that. Um, I mean, when I first read it and saw that a rep was 50 feet, I'm like, oh, it's just like 50 feet, like 50-foot shuttles.
Hmm.
And I mean, that made no sense because that wasn't even like on like the equipment list said like you need 30 feet.
Yeah.
So I don't really know why I'm like, oh, it's a 50-foot shuttle. But I mean, it wasn't until like someone pointed it out that I was like, oh, that makes more sense because a shuttle run, like the word shuttle implies that you should go like down and back.
Hmm.
So like I was like, oh, that makes more sense.
You've never played basketball at all?
Right. No, I mean I have. I mean I am the suicide queen. So that's why I actually I was a fan of the shuttle runs.
So do you think that was like a game changer when it came to that workout, just going down and back?
I really do think so. Like I like it does blow up your back. I mean, especially if You don't like switch sides that you're leaning down and touching the line with. And just the repetitive hinging that, you typically don't have running.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like there are those like little nuanced things that if say you played basketball or volleyball and had a bunch of suicide sprints, as conditioning, I mean, just like making sure to accelerate off the line, not do like the little like pitter patter step as you're getting to the far line to go touch. It's like those little things that I actually like the like quote unquote like athletes of the group could shine a little bit more, because that was like the majority of the workout. It was, I think, over 1,000 meters of shuttle runs.
Yeah, I think so. Because looking at the numbers, it was like 4, 8, 12, 16, 12, 8, and 4. And that's like
Right.
25 feet. Yeah. So that's roughly about that. Yeah. Yeah. That's a long, long time.
It was a very long time.
Yeah. And so after that, did you do workout 5 after that?
No, I ended up doing workout 5 on Sunday.
Okay. So obviously that's a, full throttle pedal to the metal kind of workout. So what was your thoughts during that workout?
I mean, pretty much that. I knew the snatches were gonna cause me some issue. So I knew that I couldn't go like full throttle on the other two movements. Or at least I thought at the moment. In hindsight, I think I could have gone a little bit harder in the beginning and still would have had the same snatching ability. I mean, to be honest, I couldn't touch and go. I was squat snatching from rep 2. I wasn't planning on it, but that's kind of what happened. So in hindsight, I'm like, oh yeah, I should. And like rowing and burpee box jump overs are very good movements for me. Those are like two wheelhouse movements. So I think in that case, I should have just gone all out and then see what happened on my snatches. And it could have been, it's one of those that you could rest 5 minutes and do it again if you so wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. No, I hear you. And I know there's some people that were just going like touch and go with the snatches at like 10. It was like insane. I'm like, holy smokes! At like 185, I could probably get maybe, geez, 6 or 7 maybe, if that.
The thing is, like, I've done 135 or 8 fresh
Mm-hmm.
or after like
Well,
other
that's
like
the thing.
touching
Yeah.
sets, but not fatigued. Like fatigued, I just want to automatically squat snatch regardless of the weight, including like 95 pounds. So but I mean it was a really fun workout, and with that it was also like a mental win, because like strength is a weakness of mine, and
Mm-hmm.
knowing that I could still place like top 80 on that workout, even though that maybe that's not a comfortable weight for me quite yet. Like that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. And so after all this, all the workouts and everything, what did you place for the quarterfinals?
So I placed 23rd in North America.
Gosh, that's amazing. Good for you.
Yeah, I was not expecting that whatsoever. I I mean, I know that I could make semifinals, but the fact that I could call myself in like the top 25 is just insane to me. And especially with like two workouts that were not so good for me. So I'm floored. It definitely gives me confidence going into next year, like considering going individual a little bit more and more.
Hmm. Now, I know you're probably going to have to withdraw from the individual side because you're going team this year. So I know you're doing all the workouts, you were, doing team practices, but obviously this kind of gave you a little bit of an itch to definitely go maybe individual next year, right?
Oh, for sure. I'm actually super stoked to go individual, and I didn't feel that way. Like I got like a little itch after the open, and then this kind of solidified that I need to go after it, and or I'm just gonna be like kicking myself if I don't.
Hmm.
So I'm committed to team this year. I'm so stoked to be with my teammates. But yeah, next year I think I'm gonna just give it a shot on my own and see what happens.
Okay, all right, all right. And so all in all, what do you think about all the 5 workouts?
I thought it was pretty well rounded. I know that like people are saying that there should have been more like longer time domain ones. Which is fair. I get where they're coming from, but I really do think they tested a whole slew of things. I love that it wasn't just like the strength test, it was 3 things, not just 4 at max front squat like last year.
Hmm.
And I mean, and they're trying to include things like running, which is a huge part of fitness. And, like they have to start somewhere.
Hmm.
So I think over time, like we said previously, they'll like iron out the little wrinkles, but there's gonna be people that complain who just want to complain. And
Oh,
I really,
always. Yeah.
yeah, and I really did like these workouts. I thought they're perfect for what this is supposed to do, is just to qualify us to the next round.
Hmm. Yep. Awesome. Very cool. Now, I know you said you were going team. So when do the team workouts come out yet?
So the team workouts come out at, I mean, if they're not leaked, tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Okay.
So
So, what are you expecting out of doing the team workouts?
I mean, I'm expecting a whole new like test because we got the floor plans. Nothing is the same. I mean, our equipment list was very barren in comparison to, I mean, the age groups and the individuals.
Hmm.
But but looking at them too, it looks like it's actually going to be a test of team fitness rather than last year. It was a bunch of like you go, I go, or individual tests. There's only one true team test. So I think that's gonna be different this year, and you might actually see like different teams pop on the leaderboard that actually deserve to be there and not just have forfeit individuals on the team.
Hmm. Yep. Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for doing this. I do appreciate it. I'm looking forward to seeing your team kill it this in the team series. So, Hannah Hardy, thank you for doing this.
No, thanks for having me.
All right. I'll catch you later.
See ya.